Alright guys, this is a new thing that we're going to do. Long story short, my wife had gotten me for my birthday quite a few DVDs of online shows, such as the Screw Attack, Best of 8-Bit, Angry Video Game Nerd, Irate Gamer, Classic Game Room, and I've also have ordered a few for myself after finding out she ordered these for me. I am picking up the Captain S DVD and the Awesome Video Games DVD, and I'm going to be doing reviews of all of these. So, let's get started. Our first one, obviously, is going to be the Classic Game Room. Ignore the mess of my table. That there is what you can expect to get. It's a pretty decent DVD for the value. I picked it up for $7.99 from StoneAgeGamer.com, and that did include the shipping, so it's not bad. For those of you unaware, the Classic Game Room is often credited for being the first online review show. I honestly didn't watch it in its heyday. I have watched a few episodes on YouTube beforehand. I do understand that there are over 80 episodes. Well, we're going to start out with the DVD packaging. It's your standard DVD packaging fare. The cover looks great, though. They did a fine job on it. It's not just, some kid printing out label and slapping it in a DVD case. It really looks professionally made. Pop open on the inside, and you've got your chapter contents, and this is your first warning that something might be amiss. You're not going to get every episode of Classic Game Room. You're only going to get about 10 episodes out of the roughly 80 that they made, and I was actually hoping for more. It is a single disc. I feel that if they would have went with a 2 or 3 discs, make the first disc the documentary and the other 2 discs older episodes, it would have probably sold a lot better, been a much better value. But still, for $7.99, it's a good price for what you're getting. And the DVD has been printed in full color. It looks really nice. And honestly, this looks quite better than some commercial DVDs I've bought here lately, because they're like a gray with the silver titling. This one here being full color looks nice. I like it. Now also, like I mentioned, I ordered this from $7.99 from StoneAgeGamer.com. They did send a cool little freebie, a NES controller magnet with a little bit of advertising on it. I like it. It's a really cool freebie from ordering from StoneAgeGamer.com, and for $7.99, you really can't beat that for a decent documentary with a few good episodes of Classic Game Room. So, enough of the review on the packaging and everything. Let's drop into the movie real quick. Well, anyway, a little background information while the warnings and other advertisements air. Apparently, after Classic Game Room shut down, their parent company from USALive.com was purchased, as you can see coming up here, by Entercom, which apparently one of the guys who worked on the show, I don't know if he owns Entercom or if he just works with the company, but apparently they got all the rights to it. And there hasn't a re-release of Classic Game Room, and they do make new ones now over on YouTube, but I really prefer the older format over the new. And here you can see their unique sense of humor coming in. And no, don't worry guys, we're not going to watch the entire thing like this on YouTube. This is just a quick review of what you're getting on the disc. Starting out, you've got your standard play, audio setup. Let's drop into the special features real quick. Special features, you get video blogs. There's 4 of them on here. Each of the video blogs are like a making of this DVD that were posted on the internet before it was released. There's some interesting and kind of funny stuff in there. I recommend checking them out. The trailers are trailers for other Entercom productions. There's Horses of Gettysburg, World War I. If you get into history at all, these other DVDs might be interesting. I just can't bring myself to actually spend the money on them. I'm more interested in gaming history than war history. I do have an interest in war history. However, it's something I would rather read about on Wikipedia or watch on PBS and actually pay money for. Going back into the special features, you do have a cool commentary track. The commentary track is quite hilarious. It sounds like he's had a wee bit too much to drink before he recorded the commentary. It's really funny. I rather like it. Going into our chapter setup, the chapters were separated out into the actual reviews, and in between the reviews, the guy interviews himself. It's kind of like a making of the episodes and why the Classic Game Room eventually had to start production. But you've got Duck Hunt for NES, which included a fake little thing that they put in called People Hunt that I thought was actually kind of funny for the time. The X-Men for Genesis review, or I kind of disagree with their review, but the review is well done. Joust for PlayStation, which is actually a port of the arcade version of Joust. I thought the review was well done. Sega GT for Dreamcast, I think was one of the funniest reviews that they did. Frogger for Atari 2600 was a really good review. Missile Command for PS1. This is an interesting pick because Missile Command was one of those games to where I really prefer the Atari version and the arcade version over the weird PS1 3D graphics re-release, but it was alright. Seaman for Dreamcast. This review alone is worth the $7.99 purchase price of this DVD, in my opinion. That review is hilarious. Perfect Dark for N64 is more of a reason to show why the Classic Game Room did shut down. I guess Nintendo gave them some advertising, and they went and threw Perfect Dark down the gutter in their review, which is kind of weird because it's one of my favorite N64 games out there, but they didn't care much for it. Claimed it was a GoldenEye ripoff. I thought it improved in GoldenEye a lot. Yard's Revenge for the Atari 2600. It's just a fun game. I really enjoyed this one, and the review's quite good too. Alien for Atari 2600. To be honest, guys, I never played this one, but after watching the review, I want to try it out. So that's pretty well what you're going to be getting with the DVD. Overall, I think it's worth the $7.99 to buy it, especially since that includes the shipping. However, I do wish that it was a 2-disc or 3-disc set, and that it had included more of the older reviews of the Classic Game Room. But really, for $7.99, you can't beat it. I just wish that maybe they would have thrown in a 2-disc or 3-disc set, increase the price to 15 or 20 bucks, and include most or all the episodes of Classic Game Room. Overall, I'd probably give this one here 7 out of 10. For the purchase price, it's a good value, and it's really interesting on the early history of online reviews and the internet and how things worked before the advent of YouTube and all of the self-made reviewers such as myself that do stuff on here. Well, we'll see you next time with probably another DVD review. Have a good one.